Well, smile, dream, and sparkle. Americans and the world officially have Barbie fever. It's time for the other view. Well, the film continues to soar at the box office, raking in, get this, $1 billion worldwide. And that makes Greta Gerwig the first female solo director to ever reach the milestone. Joining us now to discuss our panel, former vice chair for the New Jersey Federation of Republican Women, Melanie Collette, and staff writer for The Federalist, Evita Duffy. Melanie, you are dressed in the color du jour, Barbie pink, so I will start with you. To what do you attribute this immense power of Barbie?
Well, I think that people are very nostalgic, especially us Gen Xers who grew up with Barbie and, had dreams and aspirations of having the car and the dream house and being a working professional woman. And Barbie was all of those things. So I think that the movie just brings back fond memories of playing with the Barbie doll and thinking about all the possibilities of what we could be as women. And that's probably why people really are connecting with the movie.
I agree with that, Evita. Not sure if you saw the film. Your thoughts?
I did see the film. I went with my mom and a few of my sisters. It's 100% true that it's a nostalgia film, right? I mean, everybody, all the Gen Xers love it. My mom loved it. She said one of her favorite memories growing up was when she got the Barbie dream house for Christmas. So watching the movie was so fun for all of us. I grew up on Barbie. My siblings did. What was so disappointing about it was they played off of this nostalgia, right? The first 2/3 of the movie was awesome and sparkly and amazing. And by the way, the set designers and the costume designers really stole the show with this film. I mean, it was really incredible. The problem is that they injected all of this wokeness, all of this feminism, the identity politics, all the things that we hate about Hollywood. They were able to inject it into this nostalgia film. So they were able to get away really with distorting the Barbie message, which has nothing to do with feminism and all of this. It does have to do with feminism, but not the third and fourth wave feminism that we're seeing now. And it doesn't have to do with the identity politics. And I think that really was so disappointing for so many moms and daughters who wanted to have a magical experience with this film.
Yeah, Evita, I hear what you're saying. I respect that, and I've heard that. But I got to say, I loved everything about the film. And as someone who always loved Barbie growing up, I really think it captured a lot of what that world was all about, that play world was all about, really to Melanie's point. So it's fun when we can agree to disagree. But I want to move on to this one. Even more news this Monday about Anheuser-Busch, of course, behind Bud Light. Now, Billy Busch, not the TV guy, but an heir to the alcohol giant, says his relatives would have, quote, rolled over in their graves over Bud Light's partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Now, Busch explaining that transgenderism is a very personal issue, but not one that is meant to be advertised on a beer can. Melanie.
Exactly. We really have to go back to, and I think this is like in general, where a person's sexuality was a private matter. It used to be you didn't talk about your sexuality in company, in public. That was something that was very discreet between you and probably the person that you have a relationship. And now everybody thinks it's okay to talk about their sexuality. As a matter of fact, if you don't engage in that conversation, there's something wrong with you. And I think what the pushback that Bud Light has received and what this family member is talking about is hey, let's just focus on, does the beer taste good? Do you like the beer?
Yeah, and of course,
simple enough.
No, that's a great point. And of course, Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light, that clearly was very against this core brand they have tried to develop over decades and decades. So I think a lot of the problem comes with that. But I do want to move on to this. The backlash against Lizzo, we talked about it a lot last week. It does continue. Now, the music icon losing Instagram follows. I think it's about, she lost about 250,000 followers after allegations of workplace harassment came to light from her backup dancers. A lot of her streaming numbers way down. Evita, what do you make of this? Because these are simply allegations at this point. We don't know what she did or didn't do.
Well, there are allegations, but they don't look good for Lizzo, and they don't look good particularly because of the brand that she's created, right? She's made herself known for, one, being a fat woman and being somebody who's very anti-bullying, and yet here are these allegations that she's apparently fat-phobic and a real bully to her staff. And I think it's a great, lesson for all of us that when celebrities virtue signal like this, when they base their personalities and their brands around identity politics, it always, more likely than not, it tends to be fake. Celebrities let us down all the time, and it's a sign that this is stupid, right? We should be wanting to listen to people and caring about what they have to say or what they have to do because of their accomplishments, because of who they are as a person, not because of immutable qualities like how fat you are or what race you are, because really these things don't tell us anything about who that person is. And we're seeing that with these allegations, and I don't blame her fans for feeling betrayed.
We're almost out of time, Melanie. Wrap us up.
And the allegations were salacious. Google them.
Yeah.
And according to the accuser's lawyers, there's more dancers coming forward. So I agree with Evita. It's a bad look for Lizzo, and I don't know how she's going to be able to come back from this.
Wow. All right. Well, of course, we'll be talking about it more here on The Other View when there's more news to report. Melanie, Collette, Evita Duffy, thank you.